One thing about me, I love making lists. You will never not catch me making a list. Every single day, I make a list about something. Things I want to do that day, things I feel like eating, things I want to watch, things I want to read, things I want to crochet. I made a list of my top 10 favorite things in consumable media, which includes movies, TV shows, books, and music. So let's just get started. First, movies. I am obsessed with one movie in particular, and that is Baby Assassins. I watched the first Baby Assassins movie, and then I proceeded to watch it 8 more times. And then I figured out there was a second one, and I watched that one 7 times. And then, you will not believe my luck, the third Baby Assassins movie came out in September of 2024. Every single movie, they just keep getting gayer. Like, they just, like, the willa keeps increasing, and I feel like I'm the only one who gets it. No one gets them like I get them. Baby Assassins, the full trilogy, is number one. It counts as one entity because I say so. Next one, Society of the Snow, Sociedad de la Nieve. I was reluctant to watch it because I was like, why would I want to watch a movie about a true disaster that happened? That was horrible and probably super traumatizing. But my sister was like, you should watch it. And then I was like, okay, I'll watch it. I really didn't expect for it to be that good. If I had not seen Baby Assassins this year, Society of the Snow would have been number one. That movie is so crazy and it's so well done and it's so and it was insane. And if you have not seen Society of the Snow, you have to watch Society of the Snow. I'm not even recommending Baby Assassins, okay? I'm recommending Society of the Snow because that movie was good. Next movie. My number three is Haikyuu Dumpster Battle. What's it called? Haikyuu Battle at the Dump. What's it called? The Haikyuu movie. The Haikyuu movie where Nekoma plays Karasuno. I cried. I cried. I did. I really did. It was like 8 years of it was intense for me. Like it really is not that serious, but to me it is that serious. You should watch Haikyuu, honestly. If you like joy and whimsy and fun and living your life, you should watch Haikyuu. Next movie. The Holdovers feels so good. I was watching a movie the other day. I don't remember what movie I was watching, but I was watching it and I was like, this just feels like a movie, you know? But there are some movies that feel like the thing they are. Horribly misrepresenting what I'm trying to say. But the Holdovers feels like the thing it's trying to show. I really like the acting and I really like the style of the film and I really like how cool it looks. But if you have not watched The Holdovers, I recommend you watch that, particularly maybe near a holiday season because it is a Christmas movie. Next movie, Drawing Closer, which is a Japanese, I want to say rom com, but I don't think it's a rom com because I don't think there's any com in this rom. It's a romance and drama movie. What's the word? Dromance? Rom. Romana. Drama. Roma. Roma. It's a romantic drama. And it's on Netflix if you haven't seen it. Haikyuu made me cry. Drawing Closer made me sob. It was past credits and I was still crying because I was thinking about everything that happened in the last 10 minutes of the movie. And I was so sad. I was so sad. I was so sad. If you are a rom com connoisseur like I am, this movie, man. This movie. Next movie. It's another Japanese rom com. I think this one can be classified as a rom com. It's called Even If This Love Disappears from the World Tonight, something like that. To my rom com connoisseurs, once more, this one was kind of good, except it's a little harder to find. So I don't think my rom com connoisseurs, and I'm talking to my two oomphs, to my three oomphs actually, four oomphs. I'm talking to my oomphs. I don't know how willing you are to look for that movie. Next movie, we have The Wild Robot, which is an animation film, an animated film, and it had Lupita Nyong'o, and it had Kit Connor, and it had Pedro Pascal, and it had a lot of other people. I can't remember anybody else, But that movie was so good. That movie was so good. Oh my god. Oh my god. It was so good and I was so emotional. And this is the third movie I'm recommending everybody, all of y'all to watch. You guys have to watch The Wild Robot if you have not seen it. I don't care if you don't like animation. Next movie, Monster, which is a Japanese drama film. This movie was so good and it was so sad. It was just so like it was just such a sad movie. Like the entire atmosphere of the movie was just sad, but it was really good. I'm not sure if I recommend it though. Next movie, Wicked. Wicked. I had never heard Wicked before, and yet why am I still obsessed with it? I'm still listening to the soundtrack. I'm listening to the music. Cynthia Erivo in Wicked. I cried three separate times in that theater. Once at the Ozdust. Second time during Defying Gravity. Third time still during Defying Gravity, but later on. That was a great movie. Next movie, Fallen Angels, which is a Wong War-kai film. I wanted to watch his films before, and I started with Chungking Express, but I couldn't really get into it. And so I saw Fallen Angels and I was like, will I even like this? And surprisingly, I really did. I really did like it. I also don't think this film is for everyone because the way it's structured is a little weird. But if you want to give it a try, I would recommend it. I think Fallen Angels is a really cool film. It's such a serious, unserious film. And it looks so pretty too. And also, the main actor is kind of really hot. So, next movie, final movie. This was my honorary mention. I usually do top 10 plus an honorary mention, your name engraved herein. This movie has been on my watch list since it came out. And I was so scared to watch it every single time because I was like, what if I don't like it? What if I don't like the pacing? What if I just don't like it? And I really wanted to like it. And so I finally watched it one night and oh my god. In the beginning, granted, I was a little bit like, yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. But then after we got to like the halfway point and a little bit after, I was like, wow, wow, yearning is real, guys. Yearning is real and it hurts. And then when we got to like the end, I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. When they were adults and then they met up again, and then oh my god. And that concludes my movies. So now we're gonna move on to TV shows. I only have 7. I don't have 10. These are not ranked. I didn't rank them. Should I rank them? No. First TV show, Arcane. I started this one late, granted. I only started watching it after season 2, part 2 was gonna come out. I was a little late to the game. I didn't know. I didn't know, you guys. I didn't know it was gonna be that good. Once you get past episode 3, you are hooked in. If you are not hooked in past episode 3, then you can drop it because you will not like the rest of it. Next show, The Untamed, also known as MDZS. And I started this because I was like, I want to know what everyone is always talking about when they're talking about MXTX. And so I finally got around to watching it. I was going to watch it 2 years ago, but I stopped on episode 12 because I was like, I'm not getting it. And then I started rewatching it last year, 2024. And I got it. I got it. You just have to look past all of the censorship. You have to think with the queer mind, which is not hard for me because I'm always thinking with the queer mind. I have watched other Chinese dramas now, but The Untamed was my first Chinese drama. Well, not necessarily, but my first like fantasy Chinese drama. Does that make sense? Looking back at it now, it's really bad, huh? But it's also so good. It's also so good, and you know what? They kind of were able to do it without the censorship. So props to them. Also, Wei Wuxian, that's that's homie right there, actually. A lot of people hate the live action adaptation. I like it. Sorry. Sorry. I guess I'm just not a hater at my core. Next show, Heartbreak High. I think I saw it in 2023. I mean 2024. Heartbreak High is so bad, it's really good. Next show. Apothecary Diaries was another, I think the only anime I watched in 2024. No, that's a lie. I also was really obsessed with Black Butler for a little bit there. Apothecary Diaries is so good. It's so good. I love that anime so much. And season 2 just came out, and I'm waiting until all the episodes drop because I already caught up with the manga. If you like anime, I recommend Apothecary Diaries. You have to watch it. It's just really good. Next show, Love Game and Eastern Fantasy. This is a Chinese fantasy drama. Esther, I see you. I see you, and I will be seeing you in other shows. Ding Yushi, I had seen you before, and that was the reason why I watched this one because I think he's really good looking, and I like when he cries. It was so cute. It was like not serious ever, and it was just so cute, and they were so happy, and everyone was so cute, and everyone was hot. What can I say? The ending was a little, but I liked it. Who cares? Who cares? Next one was Story of Pearl Girl, which has one of my favorite Chinese actresses, one of my favorite actresses, period. Zhao Lucy. Did I butcher her name? I'm so sorry. Story of Pearl Girl. This one was like drama. And I didn't think I would like the main lead either because I was like, I don't think he's that good looking. I like when the male leads are good looking. Shoot me. But I got it. I got it, guys. I got it. He was a pirate. He was basically a pirate. That adds hotness points. But I think the first 12 episodes, amazing. Next one, Fangs of Fortune, which is another, it was not romantic, which is, I know, strange for me. I love watching romantic dramas. But it was a fantasy drama, another Chinese fantasy drama. Wow. 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 Fangs of Fortune is actually really crazy. If I had to recommend one Chinese drama, I think it would be this one. Actually, maybe not. All they do is kind of like talk. But I like that because I felt like I was reading a book, but I had a visual the entire time I was reading the book. So I really enjoyed it. The costuming was amazing. The makeup was amazing, guys. World building, incredible. Character relationships, great. Anything else there is to praise, I am praising it. But yeah, that was the final TV show. Next, books. In 2024, I only read 25 books. Very disappointing for me. And out of those 25, I only have top six. First book I have, MDZS series, The Untamed. I had already liked Wei Wuxian when I watched The Untamed. Lan Wangji, I was kind of like, I kind of vibe with you, but also you're not really giving me much to work with. I read the books and I found out Lan Wangji, comedian. He is so funny, and I love him for that. I do want to reread these books this year, particularly because I didn't finish them because those two, President and Vice President of Freak City. So I didn't finish the fifth book. That's okay because the book had already ended and these were just like bonus stories. So technically I did finish it. But I just didn't finish all the bonus stories because I was like, I can't with you guys. You guys go to your room, please. The next one is The Sunshine Court by Nora Sakovic is a continuation of The Foxhole Court, which is a trilogy, except The Sunshine Court is told through a different person's perspective, which his name is John. What's his last name? I can't remember right now, but John. When I saw Nora Sakovic had released a new book, I picked it up and I was like, why would I care about John? He only came out like twice, and in both instances, he was being an asshole. So why would I care about him? Wow, how wrong I was. I think John is my favorite character now. I need him to quit Exy, actually. I need him to be happy. If if this when the second book comes out this year, if he has not been happy, Nora Sakovic, please. Next one, Grey Warren by Maggie Stiefvater. I was late to the game, guys. I think it took me like 2 years between my first read of Call Down the Hawk to actually read Grey Warren because I was just scared. First, it was because I wanted a paperback version, and they released the hardcover first, and I was like, I want to wait for the paperback. And then after, I was like, I'm scared. I'm scared because in the second book, things were not looking well, and I was scared. But I got Grey Warren, and everything was fine, guys. It was fine for the most part. It was very emotional heavy, very taxing. Pretty sure I lost my mind like twice to my oomph. The next one is technically not a book. It's a fan fiction. I have 10 chapters left, but I think I read enough. I read enough to be able to say that it belonged in the top 10. Cadence of Part-Time Poets by what's their user? I don't even like band AUs. I'm not I don't so why is this so good? I love the Marauder so much. I love Remus Lupin so much. If you don't know who the Marauders are, I'm sorry, because you are missing out on a lot. But wow. Cadence Part-Time Poets changed my life, actually. Final book, which is also book of the year, my number one, Babel by R.F. Kuang. R.F. Kuang, you genius. Babel both ruined my life and significantly improved it. Babel, Babel. Yeah, the cops are coming for me. So those were the books. Finally, we have music, my top five albums. First one, we have Atarashi Gakko AG Calling album. That album took over my life. They were also my top number one artist of 2024. Atarashi Gakko, I love you guys, honestly. Please come back to LA. I think my favorite song off of AG Calling is Maji Yoroshiku or Omakase or Drama or Fly High. One of those four songs is my favorite. You should listen to Atarashi Gakko if you've never listened to Atarashi Gakko. If you don't like it, you hate women. So, next album, we have Found Heaven by Conan Gray. What an album. Usually, I'm not one to listen to albums all the way through. Found Heaven is really good. Next album, we have FE304 colon break by Nmix. I don't know how you're supposed to read that. That was, I think, my most listened to album of 2024 according to Spotify. And my favorite song changes between Run for Roses and Boom. I don't even like Nmix that much, but I feel like now I should. My fourth album was Jungle's Volcano, which came out in 2023. My favorite song off of that album is Candle Flame. I love the song and I love the music video for it. It's a really good album. I think that album is objectively a good album. Last one, we have Yay Loker's Hayfields. I found them on TikTok and I was like, what is this? And it was a snippet of Harpy Hair. And I was like, what is this? And then they released the EP and I went to Spotify directly and I said, let me take a listen. Heart to Beast and The Hound. And I forgot what the last one is called. I like all four songs. I don't think the majority of people will like it. It feels very folk indie. I really like it. Feels very theatrical. And that's it for music. I only had that was five. That was just my top five. And that was it, guys. I feel personally, I think I did not ramble as much as I usually do. Let me know. Let me know if you have seen anything I talked about or better for me, if you have any recommendations. I love adding things to my watch later, read later, listen to later. That's it. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go study actually. Like seriously, slash SRS, I have to go study. I gotta go. I gotta go. Bye.